Welcome to World Mysteries. Today we're diving into a chilling tale where history intertwines with unsolved mysteries and haunting shadows. Prepare yourself, because we're about to explore one of the most haunted houses in America, the Lizzie Borden House, the site of a gruesome double murder in 1892. Was this merely a brutal crime, or is something supernatural lurking within the walls of this old house? Join me as we step into the darkness of this. On August 4, 1892, the quiet town of Fall River, Massachusetts, basked in the calm of a summer morning. But no one could have predicted the horror that would unfold at 92 2nd Street. Andrew Borden, a wealthy but frugal businessman, and his wife, Abby Borden, were brutally murdered in their own home. The weapon? An axe. Savage blows claimed their lives, leaving blood splattered across the parlor and upstairs bedroom. The prime suspect was none other than Lizzie Borden, Andrew's 32-year-old daughter. Known as a reserved and introspective woman, Lizzie had a strained relationship with her father and stepmother. It was said she despised Abby, whom she believed had intruded into the family and stolen her father's affection. Andrew, a stern and tight-fisted man, was far from a warm father. Could resentment have driven Lizzie to commit such a heinous act? Or was something darker at play within the house? The trial of Lizzie Borden became a national sensation. The evidence against her was circumstantial. No eyewitnesses, no clear fingerprints, and the murder weapon, the axe, was never found. In 1893, Lizzie was acquitted, but the court of public opinion never let her go. Whispers began to spread in Fall River about strange occurrences, unexplained noises in the house, shadowy figures gliding through the night, and an eerie chill that seemed to cling to the walls. Were the spirits of Andrew and Abby trapped, seeking justice? After the murders, Lizzie continued to live in Fall River, but the house at 92 2nd Street was never the same. It changed hands, and new owners began reporting bizarre phenomena. They heard heavy footsteps on the stairs at night, though no one was there. Doors opened and closed on their own. Faint sobs echoed from Abby's bedroom, where she was killed. Some even claimed to see a woman in a white dress standing motionless in a corner, her empty eyes staring straight through them. In 1996, the house was transformed into a bed and breakfast and museum, inviting curious thrill-seekers to spend the night and experience its eerie atmosphere. But not everyone could handle it. Guests reported feeling watched, as if someone was standing just behind them, breathing down their necks. Some woke in the middle of the night, feeling an oppressive weight on their chests, as if someone or something was sitting on them. Photographs taken in the house often revealed strange orbs of light or hazy figures that defied explanation. One of the most terrifying accounts came from a group of paranormal investigators who visited in 2010 to document supernatural activity. Armed with audio recorders, infrared cameras, and EMF detectors, they set up for the night. At around 3 a.m., the so-called witching hour, their recorder captured a raspy whisper. "Why?" When they reviewed the footage, they saw a shadowy figure standing at the foot of the stairs, where Andrew was killed. But the most chilling moment came as they left, when one team member felt an icy hand brush their shoulder, despite no one being nearby. Could it be the spirits of Andrew and Abby haunting the house? Or is it Lizzie Borden herself who left a ghostly mark? Some believe that, though acquitted, Lizzie carried a dark secret to her grave. She lived a solitary life after the trial, shunned by the community and haunted by the events of that fateful day. Rumors swirled that Lizzie would return to the house, standing silently at the front door, as if drawn back by an unseen force. One story claims that on moonlit nights, people have seen Lizzie's silhouette, still wearing the blue dress from that infamous day, wandering the hallways. Some witnesses reported hearing soft singing, a mournful melody, coming from the room where Lizzie once slept. Even more unsettling, those who stayed overnight in her room often shared the same nightmare. A red-haired woman holding an axe, standing at the foot of their bed, whispering, "I didn't do it." But if it wasn't Lizzie, Then who or what was responsible? Another theory suggests the house was cursed long before the murders. Local historians uncovered that the land where the house stands was the site of a mysterious suicide in the 18th century. A young woman, abandoned by her family, hanged herself in the woods nearby. According to legend, her spirit seeped into the earth, turning the area into a liminal space between the living and the dead. Could this entity have influenced Lizzie, or even committed the murders itself? Imagine you're one of the brave souls spending a night at the Lizzie Borden House. You choose Abby's room, where she was killed. As night falls, the air grows heavy. The lights flicker, though there's no breeze. You hear creaking floorboards as if someone is pacing downstairs. You try to convince yourself it's just the sounds of an old house, but then a whisper brushes your ear. Leave. Your heart pounds, but when you turn, there's no one there. Even the staff at the bed and breakfast have their own chilling stories. One manager recounted a late night when, while locking up, she heard a child's giggle, though no children were present. Checking the security cameras, she saw a small rubber ball rolling down the hallway, as if pushed by an invisible hand. But what sent shivers down her spine was the footage showing the ball rolling backward, as if pulled by something unseen. Psychics who visited the house to commune with its spirits have shared unsettling experiences. One, a woman named Eleanor, claimed she sensed 3 presences: Andrew, Abby, and something else. Something not human. She described it as a shadow, filled with rage, dwelling within the walls, feeding on anger and pain. She warned that anyone staying too long risked being influenced by this entity, becoming irritable, paranoid, or even violent. To this day, the Lizzie Borden House remains a magnet for those fascinated by mysteries and the macabre. But not everyone leaves with their curiosity satisfied. Some say they carry nightmares, haunting whispers, or the feeling of being watched long after leaving Fall River. Is the house a portal to another realm? Or are these stories merely the product of overactive imaginations? The Lizzie Borden case remains one of America's greatest unsolved crimes. No definitive evidence, no confession, no answers. But if you're brave enough, visit 92 2nd Street yourself. You might feel the icy touch of spirit still lingering or hear the swing of an axe in the darkness. Be warned, though, once you step inside, you may never truly leave. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey into the Lizzie Borden House on World Mysteries. If this story gripped you, share it and let us know in the comments which haunting tale has left you spooked. And if you're daring enough, spend a night at the house and tell us if you hear any whispers in the dark. We'll see you in the next mystery.